What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, the 16th and final training camp practice for the Indianapolis Colts has concluded today. Not a whole lot on the production standpoint of things, but there are a few things to take away. So wanted to give you guys a last little update from Grand Park before we end up going into the final preseason game for the Indianapolis Colts. First things first, wanted to talk about the Kwity Paye injury update really quickly. I know I made a short on this just the last night, but we do have more information, and Frank Reich did confirm the Colts avoided the worst case scenario for Kwity Paye's injury. Said that it was a bone bruise, nothing severe, nothing to freak out about, but he will need rest, and they're hoping that he will be ready for week 1. Again, bone bruises kind of depend, guys. You know, it really depends on how bad of a bone bruise it is. Most likely won't keep him out for anything more than 2 weeks at the most. But then again, we know football's coming up in, pretty much just under 2 weeks. So, will he be ready for week 1? We're not 100% sure yet, but my guess is that he will. But nevertheless, again, good news from the Kwity Paye aspect of things. Just will need some rest. And he was at practice today watching, no wrap on his knee, was in a hoodie and shorts, but nevertheless was not practicing today. But it does sound like he'll need probably a week's rest. But it seems like he will be okay nonetheless. A couple things to talk about when it comes to Stephon Gilmore. He's really been the talk of everybody over the last few days. And people really asking him a lot of questions. And one being, is he good enough to return back to an all-pro form? Guys, just a quick note that no one has ever received a all-pro level of play after the age of 30, at least not from a few different standpoints, at least in the corner aspect of things. So, Stephon Gilmore being 31 years old, does he have enough to actually be able to improve and be able to get back to that form, right? Well, he believes yes. He absolutely believes that he can get back to that form. And, looking at his camp and what we have seen from him in training camp, he certainly looks like he has the ability to be that way. He definitely has played very well in camp. We will have to see how he does throughout the season. But I thought it was very interesting. Zach Kiefer wrote a piece on this in The Athletic. I thought it was very interesting to kind of talk about this for a split second. He said that Stephon Gilmore was so dominant in camp, one of the Colts pass catchers, tight end Mo Alley-Cox, said he started running his routes the wrong way just to see if he could fool him. Like, that's to the point where you're saying that Stephon Gilmore's so good that you're making up routes just to throw him off his game. Said Mo Alley-Cox stated that he was trying to walk away and he was shaking his head after one-on-one reps in a drill that heavily favors the offense. Said, dude is like a glove. You got to bring your best stuff. He's seen everything. He decided to experiment in a training camp a few months later. He knew Gilmore had his footwork memorized. Said that lined up with his left foot forward in a certain set, that meant one route. When his right foot was forward, that meant another. He intentionally flipped them and going against how the coaches taught him things just to be able to throw him off his game. So very impressive that Stephon Gilmore has already learned really quickly about how these guys run certain things. And very interesting to hear Mo Alley-Cox going away from the usual programming to do things like that. So what's going on, everybody? Today, I'm introducing our new sponsor, Homefield, a premium collegiate apparel brand out of Indianapolis that has incredibly comfortable, officially licensed apparel with vintage college designs. Homefield, being a local brand to Indianapolis, is partnering with the Indianapolis Colts to bring you a new collection of Colts apparel. This is Homefield's first NFL collection. They're super excited to be involved with the Indianapolis Colts, and we're excited to help promote their new designs. They have 6 new designs. They have a hooded sweatshirt, crew neck, 2 different tees, joggers, and a jacket. Now, if I say so myself, I'm definitely going to be rocking the sweatshirt and the joggers, guys, because they look extremely comfortable, and I'm definitely going to need them for the fall and winter season. It's the perfect collection to have for you guys to kick off the NFL season. It is going to be launching August 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So be on the lookout for it. And if this is already passed, make sure to go check out the Home Field site and be able to get yours today. New customers can get 15% off their first purchase from Home Field with the code BRINGTHEJUICE at checkout at homefieldapparel.com. Make sure to go check out their website, guys, and catch your Colts apparel. Not much more to it from practice today, guys. A couple other things that were mentioned in practices today is head coach Frank Reich stated that Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines will both not be playing in the game Saturday. I repeat, not playing in the game Saturday. So we will see some of the backup running backs in there. But for the most part, like he stated before, the starters will be playing in the first half of this game to be able to get a feel for how this week's going to go out. And I think Isaiah Rodgers is not going to play in this game as well. Did have an injury, did have the concussion. We're hoping he's going to be back in another week or so. So there's that. And then to know what the Bucs are going to be doing, it is reported that all of the Bucs starters who are healthy, including Tom Brady, will also be playing in the game as well. So for the first half of football, guys, you're going to see a lot of basically Indianapolis versus Tampa. You're going to see a lot of this. So again, the Colts, a few of their starters are not going to play, but for the most part, almost all of the starters for Tampa Bay will be going full action in that game for the first half at least. So expect a fun outing, guys. It's going to be a fun game. Again, it's not going to be the full game. And again, there's a bunch of starters for the Colts that are not going to be there. So we won't look entirely too into it, but it is definitely going to be as close to regular season action as we have seen. So let me know what you guys think of all this news, everything that's going on. Really excited, guys. It feels like football is so close, guys. So close. Less than 2 weeks away now from NFL football. Let me know what you guys think of today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And also, real quick before we go, thank you so much to our sponsors and everyone who has been supporting the channel. We greatly appreciate all the sponsorships and everything that we have built with business connections over the last few weeks and even months and years on end. We greatly appreciate where the channel is heading. We are so thankful to be partnering with such great people. And of course, thank you to you guys as well. You guys have been so fantastic at giving us great support over the last month, really. Over the last month, guys, we have had our biggest month by a long shot in this, mainly also due to the fact that we've been posting some shorts on the channel, a couple other things as well. But nevertheless, guys, we have had the biggest month on our channel to date, and it hasn't even hit the season yet. And we're so thankful for what you guys have been able to do. We have had some great sponsors come in this month. We've had Yannick Ngakoue come onto the show. We're greatly appreciative of him. We've had some other people come on. We've been putting out more content. It feels so amazing that we have hit the highest mark on our channel this month, and we still have a week left of this freaking month to go. So we greatly appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts. And as always, guys, go Colts.